here at Gentle Hands in Manila, the Philippines, with Charity. I didn't catch your last name. Graf. And your parents were the founders here, is that right? And how many years ago did they found this orphanage? Well, you don't call it an orphanage, do you?
Child care agency.
Child care agency, okay.
Well, my parents started a birthing clinic probably 30 years ago.
Okay.
And in the early 2000s, we turned it into a child caring home because the children needed a place.
And so you were pretty much raised here.
Yes, I spent most of my life here.
And now you have children. I saw your beautiful daughter, and she's pretty much been raised here with all of the children.
Yes.
How many kids are here now?
123.
And they range from what age?
0 to 17. I have one 18-year-old.
Okay. And you don't turn anyone away, is that right?
No.
Yeah. And they mainly come to you, and how do they come about coming here?
They're generally referred by local government units or by even concerned citizens or police, or even the government themselves will refer difficult child who's just dropped or has been just found is called a foundling. So they have no identification, and so then there is a process, a legal process that we go through to give them an identification, and in doing that find them a permanent family through adoption.
I see. Well, I had a tour of your facility, and the first thing that strikes me is there's a lot of happiness and joy with the children, and I was really impressed at all the different centers that you have. Teaching, you're going to have a computer lab, kids do ballet and taekwondo, and that's really amazing.
The heart has always been to give our children what you would give your own child in a nuclear family, and so if children have access to extracurricular activities, it's proven that they develop better. So they school in-house because some of them can't go outside because of court cases or danger, or their skill level is too low for a local teacher to have to deal with. And all the other recreation things that you noticed, even our counseling, everything's done inside, so it's safe. So we try very, very hard to do everything to promote felt safety, so they don't ever have to be afraid. Our heart is for the worst of the worst, to show that there is hope in the children that have nowhere else to go, or that look hopeless, or that have behavior problems beyond management. Those are the ones I take, because we're good at trauma care, and we have seen that with attachment and the foundation of just giving a child safety, through that love, they change, they grow, and they develop, and they're adoptable.
You have needs here,
right?
And how are you able to sustain this family center?
Well, we have always been supported by individuals and churches. $25 a month, $25 a month. We've never had enough. God is faithful in saying that. We have needs like anybody has needs. So what the bills are on your table at home for your home, your electricity, your water, your grocery bill, your maintenance of your home, buying a new water heater, we have all those same bills. And so I always tell people that you don't understand how important the regular monthly support is to a home like this, because we can't work.
Right.
We can't have a livelihood. You can't, what are you going to do with children?
Right.
So it's not sustainable by itself.
Right.
It has to have partners and people who will come on board and help us do it.
Right. And Nathan was explaining that you're hoping to bring on some corporate sponsorships to make that even easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope that happens.
I
We
hope
have
so
never
too.
done it, and it's hard.
I know. Well, I hope so too. I hope there might be someone watching this who has a heart for what you're doing here. How can you not, right? And so I will just ask if there are any corporate sponsors that would be interested in partnering with Gentle Hands to check out their website.
Advertise anything. I think we've built a very solid reputation that children get well. Children go on to learn who they are in God. Children learn that they have potential and that God has a plan for their life. That's the first thing that they learn when they come in. And we push adoption. We want them to be in families. I can't just keep taking children. I didn't used to believe in adoption, but the means to the end to the means. The means to the end is that they need to be in adopted families. And so we process them through the legal process of the Philippines, and I've had children, sibling groups of 6, sibling groups of 4. I've had twins. I've had children with cerebral palsy adopted. Children with autism, blind children. I had 3 blind children leave in the last 8 months.
Wow.
Blind.
Wow.
Deaf children.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that there are families that can do it and can
Mhm.
cope. Sometimes it's just a matter of God's timing.
Mhm.
But our kids pray for families. They
They do.
want
They
families.
do. How
Yeah.
would someone go about if they've never even thought about adoption and they're thinking, well, maybe I have a heart for that? Who do they contact?
Well, I don't believe that everybody is called to adoption, but if
Mhm.
that's something that strikes somebody's heart or they're interested, they can send an email to us and go on our website and click the send contact. And we can at least begin a dialogue. Adoption is centralized in America and here, and so the partnership between the 2 countries doesn't go directly to us. But we can at least give information and we can tell them this is how the process is,
Got it.
and it will at least give them something to work with. What's the next step,
Sure.
if that's what they're supposed to do.
Sure, sure. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to have a tour of your beautiful home, and just God bless your work. It's really beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.